Let's talk about the next point, which says enhancing management decision making and decision support systems, understanding DSS, characteristic components, and major DSS applications. Enhancing management decision making. Now, see, there's a diagram which says intelligence is thrown upon design, which is again thrown upon choice, which is again thrown upon implementation. Identifying the problems occurring in the organization, intelligence indicates why, where, and what effect situation occurs. Intelligence activity requires to inform managers how well the organization is performing and let them know where the problem exists. This phase includes recognizing the problem, analyzing the problem. Recognizing the problem entitles. Before deciding anything, it is important to recognize what actually the problem is. Problem is the difference between something that is expected and the reality. Analyzing the problem. After identifying what the problem is, the decision makers must get the data and separate them from opinions. The design phase includes understanding the problem, generate the solutions, test the solutions for feasibility. This phase includes generating alternatives. A problem can be solved in many ways. If there is only one alternative, no decision is required. But for any rational decision making process, the manager should not jump on to work single proposal without considering all alternatives. Choice phase. This fee is basically entitled for selecting an alternative action from those available to generate a quality information. This phase includes evaluating alternatives, choosing best alternative, which includes decision under risks, decisions under economic factor, decision under timing, and decision under limitation of resources. Implementation phase. It considers making chosen alternative work and continuing to monitor how well the solution is working. Decision support system. DSS helps the information system in intelligence phase where the objective is to identify the problem and then go to the design phase for solution. The choice of a selection criterion varies from problem to problem. It is therefore required to go through this phase again and again till satisfactory solution is found. In three-phase cycle, you may use either inquiry, analysis, and models as accounting systems to come to a rational solution. DSS helps in making a decision and also in its performance evaluation. DSS can be used to validate the decision by performing sensitivity analysis on various parameters of the problem. There are two types of decisions, programmable and non-programmable. Programmable decisions, because of its rule-based structure, can be computerized as inputs, process methodology, analysis, and choice of decision making are predetermined. DSS can be built around the rule in case of programmable decision making situation. In non-programmable decision, the rules are not fixed, predetermined, and requires every time the user to go through the decision cycle. DSS refers to the class of system which support in the process of decision making and does not always give a decision itself. The nature of the decision is such that the decision makers need a variety of information when same similar types decisions are to be made. Components of a decision support system. Primarily, transaction processing systems and external data have an impact on decision support system database. Then comes DSS software, then modules, OLAP tools, and data mining tools. Then comes user interface, and then finally the user is there for the interaction with this particular decision support system. Components of a DSS include database, software with models, data mining, and other analytical tools, as well as user interface. DSS database. It is a collection of current and historical data from a number of application or groups. It may be small database residing on a PC that contains a subset of corporate data that has been downloaded and possibly combined with the external data. Alternatively, DSS database may be a massive data warehouse that is continuously updated by major corporate transaction processing systems and data generated by website transaction. The data in DSS database are generally extracts or copies of production databases so that using the DSS does not interfere with the critical operation systems. DSS software system, it basically contains software tools that are used for data analysis, OLAP tools, data mining tools, analytical models that can be easily made accessible to DSS user. A model is an abstract representation that illustrates the components as relationships of a phenomenon. A model can be a physical model, a mathematical model, a verbal model. Sensitivity analysis model asks what ifs questions repeatedly to determine an impact on outcome of changes in one or more factors. What if analysis is basically working forward from known or assumed conditions and that allows user to vary certain values to test results to better predict outcomes if changes occur in those values. Examples: what happens if we raise the product price by 5%? What happens if we increase the advertising budget by 10,000? What happens if we keep the price and advertising budget the same? Desktop spreadsheets MS Excel is often used for this purpose. Illustrative examples are online trading. Here are some of the transactions which are shown below, which basically explains the decision support systems and the 5 set of transactions that are basically performed for the purpose of understanding of the decision support system. The above list can be thought of as a database composed of transactions, records. The fields of each customer record are customer ID, region, payment method, source of a contact, product purchases, and time of the day. There is a great deal of information in the above transaction that could help managers answer important questions and make important decisions. Where do most of the customers come from? What form of payment is most common? Where do customers come from? How many customers come from each region? MS Excel offers many tools that are helpful in answering these kind of questions. Spreadsheet software has a very powerful tool called as pivot table that categorizes and summarizes data very quickly. Characteristic components of a decision support system are the database management, model management, knowledge management, user interface management. The database management, it comprises component that performs the function of storing and maintaining the information. The information comes from one or more sources. Organizational information, external information, personal information. Model management component. A model represents an abstract representation and also illustrates the different components. A model can be physical, mathematical, verbal, business use models to represent variables and their relationship. DSS help in decision making by utilizing models. The model management system stores and maintains DSS models. Its function of model management is similar to the function of database management system. User interface management component. It enables users communication with DSS. It consists of UI management system. This is a component that enables combining of know-how, procedure with storage and processing capabilities of a computer. Knowledge management component provides information about relationship among data that is too complex for a database to represent. It consists of rules that can contain possible solutions as well as alternative solutions and methods for evaluating them. Major DSS applications are: DSS can be used in any knowledge domain. In fact, DSS are so widespread that people don't realize that they are using DSS. Spreadsheet is simple DSS that is very commonly used in many different situations. While using search engine, a DSS comes into picture for organizing huge amount of information in the form of text files, images and videos for easing users decision making. Data visualization and geographic information systems. GIS support decisions that require knowledge about geographic distribution of people. Emergency response time can be easily calculated with GIS for governments. For installing branches, ATMs, GIS extends support for identifying best locations. Applications of GIS in controlling crime, web-based customer support systems help users to select products and services, car purchases, computer purchases. DSS is IT industry, example EVM and STEER. With EVM, earned value management, one has to go through the WS work breakdown structure to break the project into small chunks and estimate each effort. SEER is an algorithmic project management software application designed specifically to estimate, plan, and monitor the efforts and resources required for any type of software development or maintenance project. SEER is nothing but ability to foresee.